Hello everybody! Welcome to my channel. My name is Stella. How are you? In today's video, I wanna show you how to make these cute frilly socks. It's super easy to make and they are super cute and they spice up any outfit. So come with me, let's start! So we are adding a crochet edging to the socks. Look at that. And with this skill, you can also make edging to your clothes or on towels and tablecloths. The options are endless. We are going to need any kind of fine yarn. A super fine #1 yarn, any kind that you have in hand, and any color too. Any kind of socks that you want. They can be new or used, your choice. Scissors and tapestry needle. A crochet hook that matches the weight of your yarn. And this is optional, but I suggest you to use a very thin hook so it's easier to poke holes in the socks. So we are going to start by getting our sock, our smaller hook, and our yarn. So I'll start here on the back of our sock, and then I grab the yarn, I put it inside the sock, and from the outside I poke a little hole there where the elastic ends. You can make the hole at any place you want. But for me, it's going to be easier to just follow the line here where the elastic, where the brim of the sock ends, right? Or starts here. I'll poke a hole right there. And then I'll grab my yarn that is inside the sock. And I'll bring my yarn to the front and I'll leave a little tail there. So I'll grab it and bring a loop to the front. Like so. And then I'll pull this loop up until the beginning here of the elastic. So it's about 1 centimeter of yarn there, like that. And look, it's a loop. Right? So my hook is still inside of that loop. I'll grab the working yarn and I'll make a slip stitch. Look at that. And now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's enough to bring it down and have approximately 1 centimeter here too, the same distance as here. So I poke a hole, I go to the back, to the inside of the sock, I grab my yarn, I bring it to the front and up. Look at that. There are some lines forming, right? And then I yarn over and I make a slip stitch. Look at how it is. So you have vertical lines and then horizontal lines as well, let's say. And this is how we are attaching the yarn to the sock. And then we're going to start working on top here to make the frilly part. So now, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm using a very thin, very small hook for this part, so it's easier to poke the holes in the sock. So look at what I do. After I chain 3, I put those chains down and the hook on the vertical, and I kind of make sure it's the same distance for all spaces here. So I poke the hole over there the hook goes inside the sock. I grab my working yarn and I bring it to the front of the sock, and then I make sure that the loop here is long and it goes until the top of the sock there, and that's when I make a slip stitch. So we are going to continue doing that until we reach the end here of the sock, right? And then we're gonna have many rectangles all around. And once we finish and we attach the last one to the first one with a slip stitch, this first one here will stop moving and be more put there. It's gonna be held in place. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it one more time together. So I chain 3, and then I bring my chains down and the hook on the vertical just to measure where I want the next stitch. I poke a hole there, I yarn over and bring that yarn to the front. So I make a long loop there. So I make sure the yarn here goes to the top of the sock, and then I yarn over and finish with a slip stitch there. And we are going to do that all around, like I said before. And you can make these rectangles here in any size that you want. You just have to make more chains here so they are more spaced if you want them to be bigger. And if you want the rectangles to be smaller, you're gonna have to make less chains here. So let's finish our last one together. So I'll make 3 chains, 2, 3, and then I'll make the vertical line there, right? Poke a hole, grab the yarn, make a big loop there and slip stitch. Oops, there you go. And then make 3 chains, and now you just slip stitch to the first chain you made there in the beginning. Look at that. You can fix your sock from time to time to make sure it's not pulled like that, twisted. So there you are. So it doesn't need to be perfect, right? The spaces don't need to be very, very perfect or the same size, because most of the time you're not gonna see this when you wear the socks with the shoes, right? Because you're gonna fold the ruffle here, or this will be inside your shoes. And it doesn't need to be perfect, right? It's down there on your feet. No one is gonna be checking the spaces or taking measurements. It's super cute like this, and if the spaces are not all equal, it's also super cute. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, after we closed these stitches here that attach the yarn to the sock, let's call it that way, I'm going to switch to a bigger crochet hook, right? So it's faster to work in this way. I just used the smaller one, so it's easier to poke a hole on the fabric that you are using, right? Because it's very thin, almost like a needle. So it's easier to attach the yarn there to the fabric. So now what I do, I chain 3 and we are going to make a round of double crochet stitches. So I make 1 double crochet in each chain from the previous round here. Chain 3, 1 double crochet in each chain from the previous round here. And there's not an exact number of double crochet to tell you, because it will depend on the size of your socks and on how many chains you made here. Okay, so it's simple. It's just double crochet all around until you get here to the end, and then when you get here, you're gonna attach the last double crochet to the 3rd chain we made in the beginning, right, with a slip stitch. So you're gonna close this round, so it's a closed round, it's not a continuous round. And then on the 2nd round here, we're gonna make another round of double crochet stitches all around. Let me show you the sock that is done so you have a better idea of what we're gonna do. So we have 2 rounds of double crochet stitches here all around. Look, so it's 1 double crochet in each stitch from the previous round for 2 rounds. And if you want to make this ruffle here bigger, you can increase the number of rounds, of double crochet rounds. You don't need to stop at 2 rounds. You make 3 or 4, and then you have a bigger ruffle here. So we're gonna have 3 rounds here on top of the sock to make this cute brim that you can fold it down. You can wear it like this, or if you're wearing shoes that are longer, right? Like All Stars, Converse, right? The ones that are longer, you can just wear the frilly part up like this, and the shoes will end here, and you have this above your sneakers, like this. Or if you're wearing just short sneakers, you fold the crochet part down like this. Super cute, isn't it? So let's continue with the double crochet round. I'm going to stop my video now. Stop recording. You stop my video, okay? And then we meet back when I'm on the last double crochet, and I'll show you how I close it and how I start my 2nd round here. Alright, so I'm here at my last double crochet, and I'm going to close this round with a slip stitch. So I grab that 3rd chain I made, right, and I make a slip stitch to close my round. There you are. Look at that. And I told you guys that every sock or every person will have a different number of double crochet stitches here, right? But I suggest you to make an even number of double crochet stitches. So when we are making this part here, the last round, we have enough double crochet stitches to complete all the scalloped edges here, right? So, okay, let's continue. Let's make 3 chains again, and let's work 1 double crochet in each double crochet from the previous round. So it's the same as the previous round. We make double crochets all around, and then we close the round with a slip stitch to the 3rd chain we made here in the beginning. All right? Super easy. So this is a very cute idea for an accessory to make very quickly and wear with your outfits. this fits the downtown girl aesthetic or the preppy aesthetic. So it's very versatile and very easy to make. You can make this to spice it up any of your socks that you think are boring, right? You can make the edge in any color you want, or as big as or as small as you would like to fit your taste. So go ahead and make one. And if you do, please show me. So tag me on Instagram with your creations or wearing this with your favorite outfit. I would love to see everything, the outfit and the socks. So go ahead and tag me. Alright, so I'll meet you back when I'm at the end of this round. So this is the end of the round, and I'll close it with a slip stitch. There you are. So let's start now the scalloped edge here, look, or a shell stitch border. So let's do that. So what we're gonna do, we are going to make a double crochet over here. So we skip one double crochet from the previous round and we work here on the next. So skip one, make a double crochet on the next there, and then make a chain, make a double crochet in the same spot over there, make a chain, another double crochet, make a chain, another double crochet. So this is the fourth double crochet, make a chain, and we're going to go to the fifth double crochet. So we have 5 double crochet stitches in the same double crochet from the previous round, right? Separated by chains. All right, so now we don't make a chain, we just skip one double crochet here, one space from the previous round, we go to the next and we make a slip stitch. So we close this shell with a slip stitch. Look at that. All right, so we don't make any chains or anything there after the slip stitch, we just make a double crochet over here. So we have to skip one double crochet and make all 5 double crochet stitches here on the next, and they are all separated by chains. And you don't make a chain before the first one or after the last one. All right? Is that clear? So one double crochet, one chain. One more double crochet, one chain, one more double crochet, this is the third, one chain. Let's go to the fourth, one chain, and the last one, the fifth. We have the shell. Now we have to close the shell. We make a slip stitch over there, so we skip one double crochet from the previous round, we go to the next and close that shell with a slip stitch. No chains here. We are going to go to the third shell, so we skip one double crochet here from the previous round, go to the next, make double crochet stitches there, separated by chains, right? So one double crochet, one chain, one double crochet, one chain, one double crochet, one chain, one double crochet, this is the fourth, one chain. Let's go to the fifth, which is the last one. No chains now, just close your shell there. So skip one double crochet from the previous round, not here, over here, slip stitch. All right, look, I have 3 shells now. Is that clear? I think so, right? So we make that all around until we get here. All right, so let's make our last shell. One, two, three, four, 5 double crochet stitches, and then I'll close here with a slip stitch. Oops, one more time. My yarn has a texture, so sometimes it's hard to work with this yarn. And it's also a little bit stretchy, so it escapes the hook all the time. But I did it. So we are all done, look at that. We just have to cut here the yarn, leaving a short tail just to weave in the ends, right? So we can use the tapestry needle to help us here. So we just like normal weaving the ends that we do for all projects, right? So you go ahead and do the same thing for the other sock. And then we are all done. Look at that. I have my pair and it's ready. It's super cute. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that it was useful for you. And I hope to see you in my next video. So have a great day and bye bye.